And at this point, as we know, there's no plan to send American military into the combat zone in Ukraine. However, that's exactly where one North Texas man is heading. He's a lawyer. He's a former Dallas police officer. Says he's compelled to join a foreign legion of armed volunteer troops and put his life on the line for a country he has no connection to. Tonight, he tells you why and shares his story only with our CBS 11's J.D. Miles.
This DFW resident you're about to meet asked that we not reveal his name for his security in Ukraine and for his family's security here at home. We began corresponding since he made the decision to put his life on hold and leave last week. He's one of a growing number of Americans answering the call for help from a country under siege.
Some goodies, coffee, water purification tablets, some passes.
It's not the kind of packing.
Some beef jerky, protein bars, toilet paper. These are combat tourniquets I
you usually see for an overseas trip.
Really good sleeping bag, negative 20 degrees. There is my ballistics vest. Again, these are not for me, those are for bribing people.
But this is a trip to a war zone. Last weekend, this lawyer and former Dallas police officer headed to Ukraine to join an international legion of soldiers ready to fight for a country most, if not all of them, know little about.
They're training right now. They're getting 3 days of training and they're shipping out. And he said, yeah, they are sending us, depending on your qualifications, they're sending legionnaires to the front lines.
But the journey hasn't been easy.
Number one, all they had were standing spots for the 4-hour train ride. And I got 200 pounds of gear in 4 bags. So that's not going to work.
Days of waiting in Poland, trying to get into another country that millions of people
Okay, well, I have met some fantastic people here.
Want to leave.
It's all women and kids and old men. This is what I've been saying. This is just, it's beyond evil.
It's unclear just how many Americans are volunteering to defend Ukraine on the battlefield. But this 46-year-old father of 2 explained to me why he joined.
History has proven us every 50 or 60 years, the world encounters a madman, and if you don't step up with able-bodied men and women, don't step up and challenge the madman, then you end up with a world war or a genocide or another Cold War. And I don't want my kids or these kids who are all being kicked out of their own country to have to deal with that.
He says his family supports his decision, and after 4 days,
here we go. In the car, the rest of my gear is in the back. Got my awesome driver.
he was allowed to cross the border.
It took a while to get through the border. They put me in a room and gave me a pretty good interrogation and interview, and they approved me.
Despite no military experience, he says he will help anywhere he's asked to go, even if it costs him his life.
And then tomorrow I'm going somewhere east, don't know where. So there you go. I'm proud and happy to be here, and we're going to get the job done.
We plan to follow this lawyer and former officer throughout his time in Ukraine. He expects to be in the conflict sometime tomorrow. In Dallas, J.D. Miles, CBS 11 News.
And just for the record, U.S. government says that Americans should not travel to Ukraine for any reason. The State Department has issued a level 4 do not travel advisory, and the acting U.S. ambassador to Ukraine says it is not safe for Americans.